everyone, my name's Scott. Welcome to Planes, Trains, Everything, and welcome to Aberdeen Railway Station. Today, it's the evening before the morning after, if that makes sense. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be doing crossing something off my bucket list. It's the cross-country service between Aberdeen and Penzance. I've wanted to do this for years and never got around to it. If you live in Scotland, Aberdeen isn't too much of a problem, but Penzance back to Glasgow is always a bit of a logistical nightmare and an expensive one as well. But I had to do it, and that's because I had a chance conversation with a cross-country employee about 2 months ago, and he told me that the service from Aberdeen down to Penzance is going to get, what's the best word, truncated at Plymouth. And that's going to happen in the next couple of weeks, and I thought, I better do this trip now. It's now or never. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow morning, travelling on the longest UK rail service down to Penzance. Now, I should point out that this journey is something like 13 hours and 11 minutes long, 785 miles, 1,263 kilometres. It's a long one. And the only catering I know about on board is a trolley service where they sell tea, coffee and snacks. That's not much to keep you going for 13 hours and 11 minutes. So I've got a cunning plan. I'm staying at a hotel here in Aberdeen tonight, and tomorrow morning I've got a buffet breakfast, and I'm going to be piling on the calories to keep me going for the 13 hours and 11 minutes. But because it's a buffet breakfast, I'm going to maybe acquire a few other things. I mean, that's okay, it's allowed. It's not as if I'm breaking the law.
Breaking the law, breaking the law.
I see it more like your buns for nothing and your cakes for free. There's a real musical theme going here, isn't there? Anyway, I'm going to say goodnight now, and I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning for the buffet breakfast. Look at the size of this room. It's absolutely enormous, and it's for £31 a night in the heart of Aberdeen. Right, let's go downstairs and do breakfast. Well, sadly that didn't go according to plan. There was a staff member kind of hanging around a lot, and it was very hard to acquire croissants that way, so I do have a plan B, and that will be about an hour into the train journey itself. In the meantime, I'm going to finish packing, and I'll see you at the station. And here we are back at Aberdeen Railway Station. I've just checked, no platform number yet, but it does seem to be departing on time. So you ready for this? 13 hours and 11 minutes, 785 miles, 1,263 kilometres of cross-country joy. This is going to be a long, long journey. This is going to be my home for the next 13 hours and 11 minutes. Car D. But before I go in, up at front to make sure there's a locomotive there, and to get that all-important thumbnail shot. I knew I had a window seat, but I wasn't sure if it was forward facing or rear facing. Rear facing. I've looked to see if I can change to another seat, but this looks as if it's a packed train. This was going to be a challenge from the off. I was in a full train with a rear facing seat at a table of 4, looking into the sun. I prefer to see where I'm going, not where I've been. I also like a little privacy when filming and not to have an audience.
There was something that said specific where on it.
I've just put an order in with Just Eat to see if they'll deliver to a railway station down the line here. Let's see if this works. Yes.
We got you, Greg.
Thanks very much. Do you want to come with me?
We were just going to see that.
Yeah,
We'd come to our
there's
growth,
one or two
but,
seats left. I don't want to get stranded.
You've only got 38 stops to go.
Thanks very much.
After this one, okay?
I've got a rear-facing table of 4
Perfect.
in the sunny side of the train. This is going to be a challenge. Are you the highlight?
There's a coffee in there. Be careful.
I'll be. Thank you very much. I wasn't sure if you were coming or not.
Meet up, wasn't it?
I love that. That's brilliant. And Jasper the cat as well. How embarrassed do you feel?
You know, I'm getting around.
You're
getting in trouble.
You're breaking the law. Thanks very much.
You're very welcome.
I'll send you a postcard from Penzance.
Come on, door, close. Oh yeah, we've got to record you. We'll record you leaving.
All right, okay. Good riddance. There are people standing in the aisle now. This is one packed train. I'm glad I didn't go for split ticketing. Imagine trying to change seats. Aha! I think I understand what's going on. Today's the 7th of April. It's the first day of the school holidays here in Scotland. That's why the train is packed. Now it's standing room only with people standing in the aisle. I'm guessing many of these people are heading for Edinburgh for the day. At Edinburgh Waverley, the train half empties, but then fills again. I'm unable to be my discreet self, and I have 2 people ask me if I'm filming for social media. A man has been sitting diagonally opposite me from Dundee. A husband and wife try to occupy the seats opposite me, but Mr. Dundee is having none of it. I'm not moving from here. I intervened. They have the same carriage, the same seat numbers, the same travel date. My guess is that he has split ticketing, and he hasn't realised he has to change seats at Edinburgh. I think he knew what the chances were of finding his actual seat empty. We were all asked to remove bags and coats from seats, as this was a full service. We were reminded to have consideration for other standing passengers. It's a sign of the times when you have to be reminded to be considerate towards others. There's another flashpoint across the aisle. Two people are reluctant to move when passengers boarding expected to find their seats free. They were asked if they bought split ticketing. The answer is yes. They were then dispatched in the direction of their probably now occupied proper seat for the rest of the journey. Mr. Dundee didn't hesitate to vacate his seat for a young lady boarding from Leeds. I think the penny had dropped by then that he had to move.
Sorry. That one's my seat. Oh, okay.
For the first time since leaving Aberdeen, a conductor finally walked through the train. She said to me quite a few people were heading for Penzance, and she asked, "Am I missing out on something?" The three passengers around me all leave, only to be replaced by three new passengers. The train is still absolutely rammed. I decided to fight the crowd and visit the toilet, only to discover two of them were out of order. At least I'm finally able to stretch my legs after 9 hours. The seat opposite me is now free, allowing me to stretch while seated, but that wouldn't last. 10 hours after leaving Aberdeen, the seat next to me is finally vacant. Unfortunately, it wouldn't last though. I'm back to having a companion, but with no one opposite me, I can stretch my legs again. At last we're pulling into Penzance on time, 13 hours and 11 minutes after we left Aberdeen. What a challenging journey that was. It was one of the most physically challenging journeys I've ever done, and also one of the most challenging when it came to doing a video. For example, when I do a video, I like to be facing forward. I like to see where I'm going, not where I've been. I also like to have a little bit of privacy, but no, it was a rear-facing table of 4. Train is absolutely packed because of the school holidays. People were standing in the vestibule area. I couldn't even move to another part of the train, and of course for half of the journey I was facing into the sun as well, so filming was very, very difficult, and that's why I have to rely on a voiceover. The woman who was sitting opposite me finally left the train at Bristol Parkway 9 hours into the journey, and that's when I was able to stretch my legs. But the luxury only lasted for 20 minutes because the seat was filled again at Bristol Temple Meads.
Please say you do take all your luggage, personal belongings with you. Please do take care stepping the train onto the platform.
Yeah, The highlight for sure was Montrose. I mean, of course,
Penzance is the next and final stop on this service. Thank you.
Thank you. The highlight for sure was Montrose. I mean, I knew I was going to meet up with Steve. I didn't think Alicia was going to be there. I wasn't expecting such a large bag of goodies from Greg's, and I absolutely loved that sign. Right, that's us pulling into Penzance at last. Yeah, so the whole reason for doing that journey was not only was it on my bucket list because it is the longest passenger journey in the UK, but there was talk that it was going to be truncated at Plymouth instead of Penzance. When the ticket inspector came around, I asked her if that was in fact the case, and she said, hey, they're considering it, they're talking about it at the moment, and the logic makes sense because between Plymouth and Penzance, they're basically just duplicating a service operated by GWR. That makes sense. Before I left home, I was checking a few YouTube videos just to see what people were saying about the journey, and I guarantee no one had the journey I had. I guarantee it. But I did notice that everyone features Aberdeen to Penzance. No one does Penzance to Aberdeen. And do you know why? Because it doesn't operate. It only operates southbound. The train must kind of turn around and go up to Birmingham New Street. Anyway, I've got 20 minutes to get across the road and get into my hotel. So thanks very much, guys, for coming along with me. What an absolute challenge. I don't think I'll be doing that one again. Definitely not, unless I go first class. But I can't see it happening. Thanks again. I'll see you next time.